Welcome at this episode of Wiseoff TV, and we are going to talk about work from home, a trend that was growing and has been hugely accelerated due to COVID. So the question is now, how can IT support the hybrid workforce when printing while still upholding document security? With me today are two guests, Alan and Bruce. Alan from Microsoft. Please, Alan, introduce yourself.
Hi, thank you, Wouter. It's great to be here with you. I'm Alan Muse. I work in the Microsoft 365 group, and I focus on Universal Print as a service within Microsoft 365.
And Bruce, my colleague at Wiseoff. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, Wouter. I'm Bruce Lystico. I'm the Director of Product Marketing for the OmniSeries product line, and I'm super happy to be here on Wiseoff TV today.
Great having you guys here. We're going to talk about Universal Print, a new feature that is coming to Microsoft 365 that moves the print drivers and the print servers to the cloud. And we are going to talk about the Wiseoft OmniSeries, a product which enables any in-market printer to connect to Microsoft Universal Print. So first question for you, Alan. When Microsoft started with Universal Print, working from home may not have been on the top of your list of the use cases. And secondary question on that is paper still important when working from home?
Yes, paper is still important to finalize or finish off a number of business processes with our customers. With Universal Print, we were well prepared for the Corona crisis, if you want, because it moves all printing to the cloud, and customers within a hybrid working environment are now moving a lot of services to the cloud. Universal Print enables them to print from anywhere, from home, from the office, from any place to any printer that they have registered with the cloud service. And so it is really suited for this situation.
Bruce.
Yeah, and Wouter, we identified 3 work from home related use cases when we started this research, where we found that paper is still really essential for businesses. The first one, which is a little counterintuitive, is printing to the home-based printer while you're at home. And we'll talk probably more about that in a few minutes. But then also printing to the office printer when you're at home, and then printing to the home printer from the office.
So if you say printing from home to a home printer, so tell me how this works, because it sounds like the printer is just next to you, Bruce.
Right. So I think you have a graphic that I'd like to describe. But you can take your laptop that's depicted there on the left and take any old USB cable and plug it right into that printer. But a lot of the security of what you're printing goes right out the window, and the company has no traceability. But when you introduce the cloud and Universal Print with Microsoft 365, you gain all of that back when you add an OmniBridge and OmniSeries to the mix that can control what may not be yet a Universal Print compatible printer. So this graphic describes sending the print job up to the Microsoft 365 cloud via Universal Print, and then OmniBridge pulling that down in a controlled fashion and sending that directly to your home-based printer. I do that today with my test OmniBridge here at the house.
So, and what about if you want to print from home to the office?
Great use case here. Maybe some of the limited workers and staff that might be in the office, at least for Wiseoff here in North America, is we have warehouse people that go in, and we might need to print them a shipping label, on an emergency basis. So I can actually register and find one of the OmniBridge controlled Universal Print printers there in the office and send my print job while I'm here at home directly to that device there in the office.
Wow. So totally secure from home. You can print to the office. And the other way around is also possible.
That's right. And so this graphic is a little bit busier than the last two, but it basically is showing you that you can print to anywhere, from anywhere, If you have office workers wanting to print to your home-based printer, then you can do that, as well as the other use case that I just described, where you're printing from home to the office. And of course, the very first case where you're printing to your home-based printer.
So
Pretty
Alan,
exciting stuff.
Yeah, great. But I have a question here for Alan. So on how can businesses ensure document security is on the highest level when printing to home printers?
Yes, security and compliance are really important questions for our customers. They want to be able to print from anywhere to any printer, but they will also want to make sure it's secure. And so the traffic between the Windows client and the cloud print queue is fully encrypted. The device that they are printing from is registered in Azure AD, and they obviously, as a user, are part of Azure AD too. Then the print queue sends print jobs to the printer in an encrypted way again, so fully secured. And printers are also registered in Azure AD, all backed up with certificates. And then the documents themselves are obviously stored in a print queue on Azure. Those documents are encrypted and stored in the Microsoft 365 document area, and which is fully GDPR compliant. So we have an end-to-end security story for our customers.
And Bruce, we leverage that technology?
We sure do. As a matter of fact, we found that all of the security that Microsoft had provided in Universal Print was sufficient for the Omni series as well. And so we just leverage all of that security infrastructure that they've already laid down. The one thing I'd like to add, though, is that when you have a home-based printer that is registered with the work account, other household members wouldn't actually have logins to that account. And so they wouldn't be able to print to that printer. And of course, we adhere to zero trust networking requirements, just like Microsoft does.
Great to hear. So, Alan, what are the requirements for supporting these hybrid workflow use cases?
So on the client side, you can use Universal Print from any Windows 10 PC 1903 or later, so spring release of last year or later versions of Windows 10 can use it. And then obviously you need a subscription, a Microsoft 365 subscription, mid-market with Business Premium, or Enterprise with E3 or E5, or education with A3 and A5. So all these subscriptions are supported, and get Universal Print. It's included in those subscriptions.
And Bruce, from the Wisoft side, the requirements?
Yes. So once you've met the requirements for the Microsoft 365 subscription that Alan just described, and the Universal Print feature is enabled, then Omni Series is really just a purchase. You grab your Omni Series, Omni Bridge, and your UP365 app, you unbox it, plug it in, add the printer connection in Universal Print, and you're ready to Control P all day long and start printing right to the cloud.
Yeah, it's a great solution for existing printers.
That sounds great, guys. Thanks for your insight. Thanks for being on Wisoft TV.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Nicely in stereo, guys. That's the cooperation that we want. If you want to learn more about Universal Print, Microsoft Universal Print, and the Wisoft Omni series for cloud-based printing, please visit us at wisoft.com/Omni series. Thanks, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.